Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Living in Fear, a horror film podcast. I'm Luis, and I'm living in fear.
And I'm Mia, and I'm living in fear.
Cool. We're all living in fear today. Though this movie's not really that scary, but we're talking about The Platform, a thriller mostly. Came out in 2019, but it has some horror elements, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely has some moments where you're like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll be talking about that later. I don't know. I'm excited to talk about it. Are you?
Yeah. I feel like I'm really interested to hear your thoughts more
Hmm.
than my own.
Yeah. It's a weird movie.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Don't want to get into it now, but yeah. First, Mia, what have you been up to?
Hmm. I finished the second Court of Thorns and Roses book. What is it called? The Mist and something or other. I'm really bad at like remembering names to like books sometimes, and I'm like, oh, it's part of the series. It's just called this. I should look this up. What is it actually called?
Like Mist and Fury or something?
Mist and Fury. Okay. I was going to say that and it just felt wrong for some reason. I don't know why, but yes, so I finished
You
that.
know, I've looked at those books like constantly, like every day when I used to work at the bookstore, and I still don't
Hmm.
remember the names. So like, it's not
I
just
just know,
you.
it's like part of that series. That's the same as like I read the True Blood series, which isn't even called that. It's called like the gosh, what is it? Like something Southern Vampire or something Sookie Stackhouse. Like it's like a long title, and then each one has like dead in the title. So it's like Club Dead, Dead as a Doornail, blah blah blah. Like, and I could never remember
Well,
like the names to
yeah,
those when I was reading them.
the Court of Thorns books, they are called the Court of Thorns series, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
just like there's like the Throne of Glass series, right?
So they
But
just
that's
they
like the
just
first
right.
book.
They just name it after the first book.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's kind of like that with like Game of Thrones, right? You're like the Game of Thrones books, but like, do you know each one? I mean, I guess that'd be more of the what is it? Songs of Fire and Ice,
Song of Ice and Fire.
Song of Ice and Fire. Like that, you would call it that series
Mm-hmm.
more, right? Than like each individual title. Or
But
Red Rising.
yeah, but I don't know how many people would know that.
For Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Like if you're
Yeah,
just a
but like,
watcher of the show, I mean, like, oh, have you seen the? Well, you wouldn't call the
yeah,
show the Song of Ice and Fire show, right?
yeah. But I'm saying like before the show came out,
Mm-hmm.
it would be referred to as just like kind of like that first one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I finished that. Second one was good.
Oh, good.
Definitely had some cheesiness.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, sometimes you just need to read something a little cheesy with some love stuff in it and little battle stuff and I don't know.
Some
Got a little bit of everything.
love stuff.
I'm a I'm a girl at the end of the day. Sometimes I like romance stuff. Not like super hardcore, just straight romance. I can't do that, but sometimes it's fun to have like little love stories here and there. I think,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody loves a love story, right?
I don't
Even if
know,
they
do
say
you?
they don't. You know,
Do you,
like
sir?
I mean, I like uh, to read or watch something that's not entirely about that.
Yeah.
Like as a side thing, it's sure it's fine, even if it's good. It's great. But I don't know. I would never like. Would you ever? Have you ever heard of anybody complaining? Oh, there's too much romance in it when they go watch like something else, like even Superman. Superman's a big romance film. Like literally, it's like 50% of it. It's this. It's this relationship with Lois
I
and
mean, I'm
Clark.
sure there's people that will complain about anything, so. And I'm sure there's some people that just like aren't into romance stuff for, a bunch of different reasons. There's probably people that have been burned by love
Mm.
and are like, I don't want to see this right now. I'm not in a good spot. Or there's the people that just like are asexual or aromantic or whatever it's called and just are like, gosh, again,
Yeah.
you know?
But at that point, you already know what you're getting into if you watch the trailers and like I
Yeah,
don't
but they
know.
could still want to see stuff. I don't know. I didn't think Superman was going to be like super romance heavy. I mean, of course, there's like the coupling of Lois and Clark, but like,
Yeah. I mean,
there's so much going on. They show so many characters in the trailer.
that's what I'm saying though. There's so much other stuff going on. Like the romance is a big part of it, but like I don't feel like anybody would ever say, "Oh, there's like I didn't like the romance," or "I didn't like that this movie had too much romance." Like I feel like it has enough other stuff. I don't know. I just don't hear anybody. I've never heard anybody complain about there being too much romance in anything. Like I haven't even complained about things, that I've watched or read.
Yeah.
Like if I'm there to see a sci-fi film with cool action sequences and stuff, but then it has like this romance aspect to it, like I wouldn't complain unless it's like really bad or something.
But I guess I guess my whole thing was I wasn't asking you if you disliked it. I was asking you if you like it. Are you happy that
Mm.
part's in it? Do you enjoy that part of it? You know, that's kind of different.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. I liked that part of it.
Okay.
I mean, it's a big part of his character.
Yeah.
Like it's always been about Lois and Clark, really. Like all the films always have that. Like any rendition of Superman that
Yeah,
has ever
Lois is a
existed.
big
Yeah.
part of Superman, for sure. I mean, from what I can tell, I'm not a big Superman person, so I actually don't know a ton about Superman, but I always, hear about them together. So yeah, first one, it's all right. Second one, pretty good. So I like the first two. The third one, not so into yet.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
Cool.
What have you been up to, sir?
What have I been up to? I don't know. Watching things, playing things, reading things, writing things. Same old, same old.
What have you been watching?
I've been watching. What have we been watching? The Sandman.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
I feel like I like it more than you do.
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I feel like it's. I feel like I've always liked Neil Gaiman's writing,
Mm-hmm.
just because he's able to turn all these like gods and super ultra human people and make them really human almost
Humanize them.
like ground them in these really unique ways. And somehow I always feel like when I'm watching or reading something like this is not going to make sense, right? Like, how can this possibly make sense in this world of where there's gods
Yeah.
and and you know the the devil
Hmm.
and death and all these big entities, and like, how is he going to get out of this conundrum where they can do whatever they want? But somehow I don't know, he always writes in a way where he could, like, it all makes sense and it's all satisfying. So I like the show a lot because of that, because it is more about the characters and more about you know just these relationships with gods and humans,
Hmm.
and so I don't worry too much about if it anything is making sense, because
Yeah.
it is all very
Over the
fantastical
top.
and
Yeah. So I sometimes I'm surprised I don't really like it because so Supernatural, I like that show.
mhm,
The first 5 seasons at least, like I loved. And there's a lot of that in that show because there's demons and God and angels and the devil and stuff, and they're just like played by like, normal actors. And there's like a little bit of over the top stuff sometimes, but I guess it's just not to the same level.
mhm.
Um, but I really loved Supernatural, and I liked it for those same reasons you were explaining almost, where it's like, yeah, they take all these things and like, I don't want to say characters necessarily. What's the proper these people from the Bible? How do you phrase that?
Biblical person.
Biblical figures.
Mhm.
um, and then, like have them in a show and like I don't know, it's really cool that the way they do it and it's doesn't feel realistic necessarily, but there is still something about, like you said, like it grounds the people and characters and I don't know. There's something I always really liked about that.
Mhm.
And then like I will say like reading this Court of Thorns and Roses series, there's times when I'm like sometimes I prefer just like watching things.
Mhm.
I am the type where like usually whatever I consume first, I will like better. So if I like to see the movie first, I'll like it better than the book and vice versa. Um, but sometimes I don't know, I'm reading things and it's all complicated. I'm like, man, I'd rather just see this visually than me have to like try and sort out this like big idea in my head. Like I just can't really imagine what this would look like. Like this big city and everything. Like I'm like, my mind does not do it justice.
Mhm.
But I'm like reading this and I'm like, I wonder if they'd ever turn this into a series. And then there's times when I'm like, I don't even know how they would like show this in a series. Like, how would you even make this work? But then I'm watching The Sandman and there's certain things that remind me of it. And I'm like, I guess they could make this work because like it works in The Sandman.
Mhm.
Like I can totally see how this is probably a decent adaptation. But yeah, there's just something about I think it's
Hey,
just
I know what it is for you. You feel you
what?
just don't like the main actor.
No. Okay. I feel like in something else I would like the guy. But I feel like as Dream or whatever, he always looks disgusted. I'm like, I get that he's supposed to look bored and
Mhm.
like just he's been, around how long everything is like, nothing's
Mhm.
new to him. He's bored. He's just like, like I get it. But like I don't he just always looks disgusted to me instead of just bored. Like and maybe that's a thing too. Maybe it's like, looking down his nose at all these people. It's like, oh, you guys are so lame. But I don't know. I just don't love the main character. And I think it's just too like some of it's too flashy or like cartoony to me.
Mhm.
Like Thor and Loki even like it's just like too I don't know. It's like the style of it. I think I just don't love the like style.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like there's certain things that I really should like. Like the main character, he's like dressed all in black. He's like wearing a black suit or like a black trench coat. Like that's all stuff I like. I have that. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
not my favorite.
I mean, yeah, I get it. I'm kind of indifferent about the main actor. And yeah, I mean, there are a few things that do seem a little bit off, like the pumpkin character, the guy with the pumpkin head. What's his name?
I don't hate him.
But it's all very CGI. You're like, yeah, this seems different. This seems like weird than the rest
I
of
think
it.
that's part of it. I think is how much is like fake in the show. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't love a lot of, I prefer practical effects and
Yeah, but it's also hard because like all the sets have to be crazy.
yeah.
They have to be in hell at one scene. They have to be in the dream world in another scene, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, and it's based off a graphic novel, right? So it does feel like, it does feel like you could take something from a page of the book and see it on the screen and it would do it justice. So,
yeah.
you know, I can see why people do like it. It's just something about it just isn't my favorite.
And yeah, and it sucks that this is gonna be the last season.
Yeah. I mean, sucks more that, Gaiman,
Yeah, which I haven't. I feel like I haven't read the latest thing or the latest update on, I don't know, all these people that he assaulted, sexually assaulted, or I don't know. But yeah, it
Yeah.
is crazy that a lot of things have just been are being canceled because of it, and like a
Yep.
lot of his, I think the publisher like stopped publishing some of his work,
Yeah.
and then of course the Sandman show got canceled because of it. So yeah, it's it sucks. I mean, for me, I feel like I was like I've never like I don't think I own any Neil Gaiman stuff or books or graphic novels. Like I've read the first graphic novel when I worked
Yeah.
at Barnes and Noble. Um, but I can't imagine for those people who have grown up with like all this stuff because he has been writing for a long time. Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
All right, let's get into some questions.
You first.
Okay, here we go. How long do you think you'd be able to go without eating? This is a very relevant question to this movie because there's a lot of eating and a lot of not eating.
Yeah, I was gonna say even more not eating almost. Um, I don't know, like a week. Is this like consuming like anything besides water?
Well, how long? How about this? How long have you gone without eating?
Probably not very long at all. Like, I'm very fortunate in my life.
Like, have you ever gone for some medical exam where you had to fast?
I don't think so.
Because
I don't.
like I should probably get a colonoscopy pretty soon, right? I'm at
I
that
think when
age,
you're
but like, don't you need to
40.
like fast for like 2 days or something?
Yeah, you gotta do all this kind of prep. You take this like liquid, you have to like drink a ton of this like stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
it makes you like flush out your system.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's when you're 40. You're not quite there yet.
I know, but I'm getting there.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't think like maybe when I've been like sick or something, but usually I don't get like nauseous sick,
Mm-hmm.
especially for like a long time. I think the like last time I got like anything like food poisoning, I ate later that night. Like we got lunch and I got like food poisoning for like couple hours and then we went and had dinner
Yeah.
like later. And I was fine. I would say if anything, maybe when I've been really sad or something.
Hmm.
But even then, I think like when my bird died, I like didn't have an appetite for a long time and I basically ate quesadillas with a bunch of salsa. That was like my meal all day, every day. I'd microwave a tortilla with some shredded cheese and then throw salsa in it. That was like all I could like stomach because I
Yeah.
was like depressed. Um, but even then, like I was eating. I guess like I don't feel like I'm necessarily a stress eater. Like maybe I snack or something more, but I'm not like a binging on stuff, and I'm also not a starve myself kind of
Hmm.
person either. I think when I'm really depressed or stressed, I just kind of go through the motions, and eating is one of the motions, and it's just kind of like, you know, autopilot, do these things. You're not happy, but you have to do this, and I don't know. Yeah, I think usually when I go the longest without eating, it's when I'm like really busy.
Hmm.
Like if I get carried away doing something at home and then I'm like, oh shoot, it's 7 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything all day. Or if I'm at work all day and didn't eat breakfast before I went to work and don't get home till like 10 or 11, it's like, oh shoot, I need to eat.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think I've ever really, like, I think I've eaten probably every day of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, I think out of both of us, you'd probably go the longest. I think, right?
um,
I feel like when you, yeah, you don't, I don't know.
I feel like I can out eat you and I can also under eat you all
Yeah,
at the same time.
yeah. I also don't hear you complain as much, though, about you being
And
hungry. Like, you know how people, like, always just, oh man, I'm
yeah.
starving. I need to go eat something. Like, I don't think I've ever heard, man, I need to eat something. Like, I've never heard you say that. I don't
Maybe a
think
couple
so.
times,
Maybe
but
maybe like
it's rare.
few times in your lifetime.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, at work I'll get hungry sometimes and I'm at a restaurant where there's food all around me and I usually just don't like eat. I'm just like, it'll go away. I think that's usually what it is. As like I get hungry, my stomach will start to like feel hungry and not like super painful or anything, but like and it's
Hmm.
maybe not my stomach is growling, but it feels like that. Like I'll get that while I'm working sometimes and then I don't know, I'm busy and it's just like, oh well, take care of that later. And then later comes and I'm like not even feeling it anymore. It's like there for like 15 minutes and then gone.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe that's look, I'm not a healthy person. Do not follow my lead. But yeah, I mean, I used to do that when I was in school. I wouldn't eat at school at all. And I didn't eat breakfast a lot. So every day I wouldn't eat until like 3 or 4.
Hmm.
Sometimes I would like take a soda with me, and if I drink a soda, like that fills me up. I guess like all the carbonation and everything, and then I'm like good for a while. But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
So,
it's not like I don't eat. This makes it sound like I'm like I don't eat. And people used to think that. Like to a I went on a field trip that was like a week-long thing, and I like wasn't. I would like skip a meal because I just didn't usually eat like 3 meals.
Mm-hmm.
So like sometimes like I would like either skip breakfast or I would eat breakfast and then skip like lunch or something. And then like everybody's like telling the teachers that I was anorexic and I wasn't eating. And I'm like, no, I'm just not used to eating 3 meals. Like I don't need all this. I don't know.
Yeah,
And
I don't
I
eat.
used to not like to eat in front of people.
Yeah, I don't eat 3 meals either.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can do it. I guess I don't know. I guess if I woke up at 6 a.m. to go to work or something, and then went to sleep at like 10 p.m., I guess that's a long time being awake. So I can see why people eat 3 meals.
I mean, or if they're eating three like smaller meals.
Yeah.
There's definitely been periods in my life where I eat 3 meals. But yeah, I don't. And I go through phases where I eat breakfast and then where I don't. Like sometimes I'd like wake up and be like actually really hungry in the morning and I would actually cook breakfast. Like for a while there I was eating eggs and toast and hash browns even, or like, like actually like cooking breakfast for myself every morning. And currently I'm in the phase where like maybe I'll drink coffee and eat a croissant or something, but even that lately, I don't know. I like wake up and I'm not hungry. Okay, but your question was how long do you think you'd be able to go without eating?
Mm-hmm. You said a
So
week?
what would I don't know. I maybe I would be super hungry. I mean, I'd probably a day would probably be no problem. 2 days I'd probably start being like, "Oh man." But
Yeah.
like if I had to absolutely survive, I don't know. How long can a human go without eating?
That's my question pertaining to this movie too.
I mean, isn't it like a couple weeks or something? How long can you
So this is
survive
3 weeks. Google's telling me 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's I was like 2 weeks to a month or something, but
Between
water
8
is
and
oh
21 days, according to healthline.com.
water is like, if you have water, you can survive without food for
I
a
mean,
while, but
Jesus did it for 40 days. We could do it.
talk about a Spanish movie today. His name is Jesus.
Yeah, I think I would be. I don't know. I want to say a week, but that's probably not right. I'd probably eat like in 3 days or something, or maybe like 3 days. I feel like I eat too much already, and my body would not be used to suddenly just not taking in food.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the people that could probably fast the longest are the ones that don't eat much already.
Yeah. I mean, it also just depends on what you're doing
Mm-hmm.
because there's this balance of I guess you want to be doing something so that your mind isn't on food,
Yeah.
but you also don't want to be burning a bunch of calories. So, but yeah, I'm gonna say I could probably go 2 or 3 days without it being a huge issue, but I think third and fourth day I'd be complaining.
I kind of want to try it. Should I try
No.
it? try it
Okay,
for
my question.
try it for. I kind of want to try it for like 2 days. See if I can do 2 days.
Okay, well, you have fun with that. I work an active job. I will not be doing that. What's your favorite film about class struggle? I don't know if I worded that right exactly, but
What's my favorite film about class struggle?
I mean, that just needs to be like, I guess, a part of the story or, you know.
Hmm. I feel like a lot of movies could fall in that category, or a lot of shows, or
Yeah.
like anything really. If you really look deep enough, you can find the class struggle in it somewhere. Um, I don't know. It'd probably be something sci-fi, something dystopian. The
Like,
the first thing that comes to mind is They Live.
okay. Yeah, I like that answer. I wasn't thinking about that one.
You know, that one's a little different because it's about aliens taking over the world, who have been secretly taking over the world and nobody knows about them. And so
Yeah,
like the rich people, you know, are getting richer, but the rich people are actually like the aliens who have
yeah,
who have you know ingrained themselves in society, and they're the ones that are moving up while they're pushing the humans to lower class and poorer areas.
yeah, yeah.
um but yeah, I mean, I really like that movie in general, because it is more about, well, a lot of it is about subliminal messaging and what we think stuff means, but in actuality it's kind of keeping us down, like money, for example, or you know, when he puts on the glasses, like everything, all the billboard signs, all the any type of advertising is, you know, is meant to control you, or you know, make you think in one way, um, which is true to some extent in just our regular lives, but in the movie it is actually subliminally making you think these things, like when he looks at the money, at the dollar, and when he looks through it, the glasses just says, "This is your god." I always found
Yeah,
that scene really, really powerful.
yeah.
So yeah, I like that movie. The other one, which is kind of stupid, is Idiocracy. Do you remember that one?
Gosh, I should have known. I should have known you would say that.
It's so dumb, but it's actually really. I feel
Stuff
like
feels relevant
it's
nowadays.
relevant, and it's like,
So,
I don't know, dude. I feel like it's satire, but it's also very serious. it's I mean, it's not serious, but once you kind of look deeper, you're like, oh shit, this might be what our world is turning into.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
You know which one I saw listed
mm,
when I was like looking up that I know you like this movie?
mm.
Roma.
Oh yeah, Roma. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a more important one, I think. A more relevant one too.
Yeah. I kind of want to rewatch it. I liked it, but I don't know how much I like remember of it even. Um,
Yeah, anything.
I think
I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say anything can have class struggles, so I'm wondering if
Yeah.
there are other movies that I really love. They're like, oh yeah, I forgot that was all about class struggle.
Yeah.
Like even, you know, you could say, I don't know, like Harry Potter or Hunger Games or
Hunger Games is like one of the first ones I thought of, which is like really silly, but I was like, I mean, really though, it is very much
all these
about that.
YA big concept books,
Yeah.
like the Maze Runner too,
Yeah.
or like what else is out there right now? I don't know, but you get the idea. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Um, Parasite.
Yeah, I thought about saying that one too, but I feel
I
like
feel like out of
it's
the like list of things I put, that's probably the one that I'm like, Yeah, that's probably the one I thought was like one of the better movies. I thought of even like The Purge.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, The
That's very
Purge.
much, all the rich people have all these security systems and everything. Um, the Florida Project is like one of the A24 ones. I don't know that I like loved it, but it was all right. It's kind of, The Last Black Man in San Francisco. Again, I don't remember a lot of it, but I feel like it was all right. And I feel like that one's probably more about like, I mean, class struggle, gentrification, identity. Uh, you know which one popped up on like a list? And
Mm.
I was like, oh, I guess. Us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that movie.
Mm-hmm.
People really don't. I feel like when it first came out, people really liked it. And then it like, I think there was like a hype around it. And so people were really excited and liked it. And then like the more they sat on it, they're like, oh yeah, that actually wasn't that great.
Yeah. I need to.
But I really like it.
I need to rewatch it. I need to. I feel like I just need to turn off my brain when it comes to trying to make it make sense and,
Hmm.
and really think about the other stuff that it's trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I just
I
couldn't
like
get
this.
over the fact that there was so many plot holes and that stuff
Yes.
just in this universe did not make sense.
Yeah. And you just start. That's one of my notes for this movie. Is sometimes the more they try and give you answers and explain things, the more questions you have.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost better leaving things like really vague
Yeah.
or not trying to explain things because then you're just like, oh yeah, it is what it is. And that's sometimes why like I like little indie movies that like have these like concepts, but you don't learn a lot because you're just like, just leave it as it is. Don't question a lot. It's not that serious, Mia,
Mm-hmm.
but you can enjoy it for what it is. And the second they try and like actually make it smart or like too complicated and are trying to like, give you all the answers, the more it just like falls apart.
Yeah.
And yeah, us is a little like that. I will admit that as well. And even as I was watching it, I was like, but this doesn't make sense. And what about this? And what about this? But I still just enjoy that movie.
Yeah, the
Uh,
the platform definitely tries to explain just a little too much.
yeah. Yep.
But we'll get into it later.
Well, you want to get into it now?
Okay, sure.
It's pretty much my answers.
All right. We're talking about the platform El Hoyo. Yeah, I guess. Well, that's different. The platform is not translated or 101 because El Hoyo just means the hole
Yeah.
or the pit.
I mean, they do talk about the pit, so I guess that makes sense. Maybe there was just already American movies like called The Pit or
All right.
something.
Yeah, you're right. But the platform, yeah, it doesn't make sense though. Because what is the platform? The thing that moves? Anyway,
Yeah,
we'll get into it.
right?
Okay, so we're talking about the platform 2019, written by David De Sola and Pedro Rivero, directed by Galder Gatzelu Urrutia. All right, here's a description from IMDb. In a prison where inmates are fed on a descending platform, those on the upper levels take more than their fair share, while those below are left to starve on scraps, and one man decides to change the system. Mia, give me your 400 IQ thoughts.
Oh gosh. Um, this feels like something that would have been a really good short film, and then they were like, "Oh man, that short film's really good. Let's turn it into a full movie."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
And I just don't love it as a full movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't hate it. I mean, it's interesting. I like movies that don't have a ton of sets and things and that just are very much like one location, minimal design,
Yeah.
the actors within it. Like that's my kind of thing. But
Yeah, it almost seems like a play almost too, right? Like a small little
yeah,
short play.
yeah. And I like that. I like that when things are done like that. That's like the Lighthouse felt like that, you know? It's
Because
just these
it is all about, because I feel like the best part are like the characters
yeah.
and the interactions between them.
Hmm. This is like the kind of stuff if I was an actor, these are the type of things I'd want to like be in. I would rather be in something like this than some Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I would never be able to have a career as an actor because you would make no money doing just these. um, yeah, I mean, it was all right. It was, again, I feel like I started questioning a lot of things and didn't quite understand like
Yeah,
the lady that kept going down. How did she get back up? She just like rode it all the way back up, but like it shot up fast. That seemed dangerous, right?
what I don't understand is why wouldn't people just write it down? Why wouldn't they just write it down from the beginning if that kept them safe?
I mean,
I
you don't want
guess
to go down, but that's what I'm like. So, but when you write it down, if you stay on it when it hits the bottom and then it goes back up, where do you end up?
yeah, I don't know. Do they? I
Do they
guess
return them to their floor? That doesn't seem right. Do they just stay at the bottom until the next month when it resets? That seems more likely,
I would assume that you would stay at the bottom.
right?
And if she went, how did she survive? The crazy lady. If
I
she
mean, she
went
was
to the
eating
bottom,
people all the time.
but if she went all the way to the bottom every time, and there's nobody at the bottom, she would have had to have died too, because there's nobody to eat at the bottom. I don't know.
I mean, maybe she waited until like the month was almost over, so she had had some food. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's all these like, and then like, was her child just always on floors above her?
Yeah, maybe.
And like you said, how did she get when they were coming down the platform and then she was being attacked by that one guy? How was she there? If they were on the platform, it's not like she had just gotten off the platform and was fighting those people.
Yeah, I don't know.
And if they were fighting her, like it's not like she had been there a day and then they suddenly decided to fight her and it's not like that was her original room because there were two guys there. Like I just
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
and I just
go ahead.
go ahead. You go.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, that's yeah. I feel like I don't want to think about this movie because there's just way too many things that aren't gonna make sense, and instead I kind of want to just focus on what is this movie
The
about? Like,
messaging.
yeah, what is it trying to say about class and
I mean, so here's my thing. Am I just like a pessimist or something where I'm like, this would never work? Like this guy's idea. Like it's a nice idea. Like I get wanting to like try it, and like yell at people below and encourage them to do the right thing, but also like I don't know. I don't feel like I'm a pessimist as much as I am just like a realist and would just be like, dude, this isn't gonna work. Like I know people. Yes, there's good in people. Yes, there's good people in there and there's bad people. But like these people are always changing, right? They bring in new people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like even if you get it to work with some people, you're not going to always get it with like everyone else.
But
I
in the
just
end, it wasn't about convincing them. It was about forcing them, right?
yeah, but are they going to do that every single day?
I think at that point, like I never disbelieve something when it's clearly, the character's just going crazy and, an act of desperation almost. Like who knows what their thought was, right? They just wanted to do something and go down this platform and just, when they're dying and when they're fed up with this whole thing and just want to get out, they just kind of, you know what, I'm just going to force these people to ration their food. So that was fine with me. Like, who knows what their idea or their plan was? Of course, it wasn't gonna work. Um, but I guess it's more about the gesture. It's more about, I don't know, trying to do something instead of not trying to do anything at all.
Yeah, but I think part of this movie is holding a mirror up to yourself and being like, well, what would you do?
Mm-hmm.
And I I don't know, I guess I just like I wouldn't go to the extremes that they went to, that's for sure. I would maybe I mean my gut reaction would probably be the same as his too, like shoot, we need a ration. We can't like gorge ourselves because people below us need to eat too. But I also know that if I'm on a lower floor that the people above me will most likely be greedy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm, a pessimist for believing that in people, but I mean, I don't know. I think sometimes there's a loud minority, right? And that's kind of I drive a decent amount, Work is pretty far for me, not like super far, but far enough that I'm on, you know, freeways and stuff every day dealing with drivers and some people are just jerks and around here people run red lights like crazy and everybody's trying to get one car ahead constantly, it feels like there's just people like that are always in a rush and it's like wow, you saved yourself 1 minute and risked getting all these other people hurt for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's impatient, but when you actually look at it, like those people are darting through how many people that are just like driving normally. Like we have people here that don't even drive like the speed limit. Like they're below the speed limit, just like chilling. Like you have a lot of people that let people merge in front of them. Like, but just the bad ones are so bad that they really stick out. And I guess that's kind of like here. You would have some people just eating like what they need, but then you would have those other people that are just like, I'm going to eat. I'm going to gorge myself completely. I'm going to be completely full. And some of that is selfishness. I mean, some of it is them just worrying about what their next day is going to be. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, do I fill myself completely now so that I have all this food in me in case I don't get to eat again for a month? But there's also the people that no matter what would just be filling their bellies, right?
Yeah. It also depends on who they were outside before they came here.
Yeah.
Like they could have already been lower class and could have already been surviving, you
Yeah.
know? And when they're stuck in here, if they get on a high floor and they see all this food, like, yeah, maybe at that point, if I were one of those people, like, who cares? Like, I've been struggling all my life, and there's food here, and and I voluntarily went in here to try to get something out of it. Like, I'm just gonna, fuck all these people. The world has treated me
Yeah.
in this way. what
And I think that,
as opposed to the main character who's like who voluntarily came here,
yeah,
brought a book, so he's obviously not poor. I feel like he's trying to get a degree of some sort. I don't know. So he has more privileges than other people. So do we really want this person to be like the one who's like, no, you shouldn't eat. You should eat your fair share. Like I'm gonna be the savior of this place.
I mean, I think that's another point that I feel like the movie kind of makes is these people that are in a more privileged state, it's easy for them to look down on the people
Mm-hmm.
feeding themselves, whereas they haven't been that person starving,
Yeah.
right? Like, I think there's people that, people from higher societies and more money do look down on people without money and like, oh, why don't they do this? Why don't? And then it's like, well, you've never been in that situation. So, like, it's easy for them to think that they would do something differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Reminds me of Les Miserables a little bit
Yeah.
when Marius wants to join the cause, but he's like this rich boy, right?
Yeah.
And like, no, you haven't been struggling like us. Like this is our battle, and you suddenly just want to. Suddenly, you think it's important and want to join the cause.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, isn't anyone willing to help good?
Yeah. I was. What was I gonna say? Oh, so there's also the whole thing with Don Quixote,
Mm-hmm.
and like, okay, so Don Quixote is about a guy who's like ill, or he's like a fool, and he's going around thinking there's giant trolls and he needs to battle them, but in fact it's just a windmill. Uh, so he's going around thinking like he's in the freaking medieval times when he's like I don't know 1600s or whenever the book was written. But he inspires people with his like determination and like even though he's crazy.
Yeah.
So this is so in a way I guess the main character is plays that role of Don Quixote,
Yeah.
who's this seemingly this situation that has no end to it, and he's gonna try to change everybody's mind and put a stop to it when nobody else has. Like he's like this is of course this is not gonna happen, but yeah, I guess that's all I want to say is like he's meant to play that role and inspire people. Though I don't know exactly if he ever did inspire anybody, except maybe what's his
I
name,
met one guy.
Baharat or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and then yeah, what happens at the end? Yeah, so I guess their main goal was to send. Well, that was a weird thing too when they suddenly just get into a one of the levels. The guy, the his
In a
partner
wheelchair.
knows a guy, and he's like, "You gotta send the message." I found that kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's about the it's about the panna cotta. Make
Yeah.
sure nobody touches the panna cotta. I'm like,
Panna cotta. We gotta keep the panna cotta. Yeah. Um, the eating was all very gross.
yes, very
The
gross. Reminded me
the
of that
first
movie, The Substance.
Yeah,
A
that's what I was gonna say.
lot of
So
eating
much.
sounds.
Yeah, I hate that. And just
It's
like people like
especially the. I feel like the old guy was just especially
that's what I was
disgusting.
gonna say. I know. I hated him. I was like, stop it. And then him like spitting down on the floors and stuff. And that's where it's like really I think that kind of showed his character.
Hmm.
It's one thing to want to feed yourself and like worry about it, but then it's another thing to be like spitting on the food that other people are going to be consuming. And you're like, well, the people above me are probably doing the same. And I think I guess that shows where I am that I would draw the line at that.
Yeah. Don't
Like,
don't.
I just,
And then he pees on the food at one point too, right? Or
yeah,
like he pees down the
he pees
hole.
down the hole.
Yeah, that guy was gross. Yeah,
Um, so the people at the beginning making the food, all the cooks and stuff, they're clearly making this food, right?
I would assume so.
Because it shows the panna cotta, which apparently had a hair in it.
Oh, did it? Oh, cause right.
Yeah, which is funny that it's like, if it's going down to these people, and it's like, how dare it not be perfect? But I think even that, it's like showing kind of like, even in the kitchen where these people are clearly privileged compared to the people in the pit,
Hmm.
the people in the kitchen even have their own like hierarchy, right? Because there's like the head chef guy, and he's like, who did this? This is bad. You're horrible. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I almost wish they didn't show any of that stuff. To be honest,
yeah,
none of the stuff outside. I feel like they shouldn't have shown. Even him being interviewed by the lady.
yeah.
I feel like
I
that's
still
what
don't,
made a Cube so great.
yeah.
Because we were in there with them, trying to figure like what are we doing here? Like, who set this up? Is this some alien thing? Like, this can't be human made. And like they asked themselves those questions throughout the throughout Cube.
Yeah.
So that's why yeah, that's one of the main reasons I really love that movie. It's just you don't know, and it's a mystery all the way to the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, this definitely has big Cube comparison.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like yeah. The fact that they do show that he voluntarily went in, and then the fact that they show the lady, and it's like, okay, well, you show me he voluntarily went in so that he could get his degree in 6 months or something. But I'm also just like, but why? Did you think it was okay? Did you not think it was bad in here? What did you think you were getting into? And if you only had 6 months, why not just try and survive the 6 months? Because 6 months seems like nothing
Yeah.
compared to what these other people are dealing with.
Yeah, that's see
He's
that.
already survived how long? And then the lady, why did she go in there? Why did she want to be with that guy? Like,
Well, her whole thing was that she had incurable cancer, and she just wanted to make a difference or something on her last
why
days
did
or
she bring
whatever.
her dog?
Yeah, why did she bring her dog? Poor dog. Spoiler warning, content warning. There's a dog death in this movie.
Why was there a child there?
I don't know.
Was the child born within it? Like, why? So were there cameras? Like, how did they know when there was like food off of the platform? But why were they completely fine with a person being on the platform and going down? Like, I just,
I mean, I assume yeah, they're all being watched very carefully. I mean, I would assume. Um, and I think them going on the platform is just another way to test them and see what they do. It is all just an experiment, right?
all an experiment.
But yeah, the child thing though, How did the child survive so long?
I don't know.
Or was the child always at the bottom floor
I don't know.
waiting for somebody to get to the child, right? Because I would assume if there was a child in this experiment, like,
But the girl never got to the bottom then?
yeah, I don't know. I guess not.
Yeah, I don't. What happens when their time is up? Are they just like, okay, you're released. Have a fun life. Did anyone ever get released? Did they ever talk to anyone that got released before agreeing to go in? Like,
Yeah, I guess we're not supposed to. We're not meant to think about these things.
yeah, but they gave us some answers. That's what I mean. That's why I started asking even more.
Yeah. I wonder if the child was deliberately put there though to see what they would do, and was being kept alive. I don't know. Now I'm grasping at straws here.
There's certain things where I'm like, I don't, yeah, I don't understand the point of the child being there. I mean, they say the child's a message, right?
Hmm.
So what's the meaning of the child? What would be the message that they would get from that?
I would think it might be, I don't know, in this incredible situation that they've been put in through, would they sacrifice themselves or completely change their morals when it comes to a child, children, because all of this whole time they've just been dealing with grown adults who are your enemy, basically your obstacle. But what would they do if they encounter a child?
I mean, what was the panna cotta supposed to be like a sign of that they were civilized enough or treated each other well enough that there was still leftover food?
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, that's probably it. I don't know if the panna cotta specifically, or yeah, I don't know why they put so much emphasis on the panna cotta. They could have just you could have said,
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't.
just leave something intact,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
touched. Unless the panna cotta actually meant something.
I think it's probably just that it was like a small little thing that was easy to like protect
Mm,
versus like a big cake or something else. It was like a small piece of food,
yeah.
but it was still pretty like ornate, right? Like it was decorated pretty nicely and stuff. So it was able, if they were able to send it still in pristine condition, it would be a big sign. And just like, yeah, I like the not feeding anyone until they went to like floors 50 and lower or something. I was like, I don't know. I feel like you could have got on your side if it was like, here, half a portion, you know,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just like, no food for you. I feel like that's definitely going to get people to be like, excuse me.
But weren't they fighting even when they were being rationed? When the food was being rationed?
I feel like, I mean, yes and no.
Like, when was the samurai guy, or the guy with the
That was
samurai
when
sword?
the girl was being attacked.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So that was different.
And then like the guys in the pool that started fighting, that was because they threw them like one slice of watermelon or
So yeah,
something.
yeah. Why did they do it? Why this?
I think that's because there were more floors than they thought, so they were like running out of food.
But the platform is still going down, and it's gonna stop at their floor. So why would they just throw it well as it's going down? Like it's
Yeah, that's another problem, right? Was that like the platform like sometimes seemed to be there forever, and then other times it was like it stopped and went so quickly.
yeah. Well, that's just to make the scene happen.
Yeah, but I just feel like it, you know, could have been done better instead of just making it like convenient for the scene.
Yeah. Or have a timer or something.
Yeah.
Have every room have a timer. Like, hey, you have 30 seconds to eat or whatever.
I feel like the passing of time was very confusing in this, which I guess like would probably be confusing for those people too, since they're not seeing daylight.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's like on purpose, but it like just would show the platform coming and then them talking and the platform coming. So I'm like, oh, okay, I guess this is a day between, but I wish they had shown them like sleeping more or something. But yeah.
How long did he go without eating that one time? When he marked all the days on the wall.
Oh, so that was my
It's
question. Is are those markings like a combination of his and other people's in the past?
I thought
Because
it
he's
was.
not just aren't they just they're on that one level for a month.
Mhm.
That was like more than 30 ticks.
Yeah, that was a lot.
So
I
I was assuming it was just showing that that's like one of the lower numbers with people and that like other people in the past had like been ticking the days too.
I don't remember seeing any other marks before he started doing it though. He marked a bunch of them.
Yeah. I don't know.
So he must have gone without eating for a very long time, which I don't know how he survived until he finally,
But why was he on the platform then? Or on that level for more than like a month? That just seemed like more than 30 ticks.
yeah.
And like, I don't know, I feel like it would be in your best interest to share information, right?
Hmm.
But like that guy at the beginning definitely did not want to. Because it's like, I guess there's this kind of like me against you, you know?
Yeah.
It's like we're in this situation where it's kind of like survival of the fittest. I don't want to give you all the information and make you the fittest,
Hmm.
I'm an older, slower guy. I don't have a lot of things going in my favor, but I have my Samurai Plus and I have my information. But
Samurai Plus.
but
I
like I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just naive or trustworthy or something where I'm just or trustful where I would want to share information so that we could like figure things out together.
yeah. I mean, I like that whole interaction. I feel like the first part of this movie is really interesting. Just the just the dialogue between him and the old guy was really good. Um, but yeah, it's not until later when it starts trying to answer these questions
Yeah.
that it gets pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was off to a really good start. Like I was in it. Just like him waking up and then this old guy trying to figure everything out. Him not trying not to divulging any information, and like this whole thing with, okay, I've given you information now please give me some information. I just like that whole dialogue. I thought that's probably
Yeah.
like my favorite part is like him, even though he's like the most disgusting character, but maybe he's probably the most fascinating one, this old guy.
Yeah, no, he was done well.
But yeah.
I don't know. I feel like yeah, there's a lot of things I like about this movie and the style of movie. I like just getting little brief glimpses into like different people and different characters and there's some different ideas thrown in here and there and there's the theme of, you know, the class struggle and what people will do to help other people and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's just Maybe it is just kind of more as it went and it got a little bit crazier. Maybe that's where it lost me a little bit.
Yeah. So what did you think of the ending? Because it just ends.
It just ends. I had a feeling it was going to too. I was like, why do I feel like it's just gonna cut to credits? And like right as I'm thinking that, oh, yep, okay. I guess I knew that because I was expecting to not get any answers. And I was like, well, if they keep going, they're gonna have to explain more or like show something else happening with the girl or something. And I was just like, I don't think that they're gonna do that. Um, yeah,
I don't like it.
I didn't love it.
I don't like it.
I don't know how I would have wanted it to end
Mhm.
though, to be honest.
Yeah,
Maybe,
because I don't want it to reveal to explain too much of this whole experiment. But I do want it. I guess it does end on a hopeful note, but even then, like, you don't know what's gonna happen to the little girl. I don't know. Did you think the ending was hopeful?
um, no. I mean, maybe the little girl will survive, but that's it, right? Like, I don't. What message are these people gonna get? I don't think they're gonna really. Cool, somebody was willing to save a child.
Mm-hmm.
One person out of all of these people rescued the child. But they're just gonna keep doing it, right? Is this an experiment that has an end?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like I don't know.
Also, the physics of this platform does not make sense.
What do you mean, a floating block?
So if the child was going that fast, and if it stops at the end of it, the child would just keep going
Yeah,
and splat on the ceiling. If it's now, let's say it slows down so that the child doesn't fling off and stops at the very top at level 0, then other people can get on it because it needs to
yeah.
slow down at a gradual speed, or it needs to slow down gradually for the child
But
not
it's
to
also
fling off.
just a floating block of concrete.
Yeah, it's also magic.
So
Yeah, I know.
I don't think I'd be worried about that part of the physics.
Yeah. Well, unless level 1, it passes level 1 still going super fast, but then the distance between level 1 and level 0 has to be so long for it to gradually slow down safely. So I guess there could be an answer. It's like, oh yeah, there's a big gap between 1 and 0.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's what I was thinking during some of those parts.
You're thinking about the child going splat.
Yep.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
no, I just, interesting movie. I think it's one that's I think it's good for this type of setting where we talk about it after. Because I think had I just watched it and that was the end of it, it'd be one I'd be like, it was whatever. But I think it is one to kind of like have a discussion about after.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where it shines, where you start talking about like meanings and people and maybe what you would do or wouldn't do.
Yeah, I agree as well. I think I liked it for that reason too. Um, yeah, I can't imagine how bad the second one's gonna be because there is a platform too.
Yeah. It just feels like one of those things that doesn't need a sequel.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like it was like a short film or like short story type of idea, and then they like wanted a longer version of it,
Mm-hmm.
which like this is okay. I think some things could have been cut out without it, and it would probably be even stronger. Um, but yeah, so then when you like then try and make it a sequel because this one did decently, it's like no, let's just you know just leave it what it was.
Would you recommend this film to anybody?
Um, I don't know. I don't think I wouldn't not recommend it.
You know
I
who
think
I
maybe if what
you know who I recommend this to? Probably my
Manuel
friend Manuel.
called it. He was the exact person where I was like, I could see us having a conversation with him and being like, maybe you'd like this.
Yeah, I feel like I would recommend it
Yeah.
too.
That's what I think there's certain people with certain conversations it could come up. But I don't think it's one I would like go out of my way to like tell multiple people. Yeah, I watched this. You really got to watch it.
Yeah, yeah. I would recommend it to people who kind of want to have a deeper discussion about
Yeah.
some of the issues, some of the themes in the movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's a total type of thing I would watch even if we weren't doing this podcast. It was on my watch list, I think, for about like long time ago. And not because it was like a horror film or anything. I think I just like heard people talking about it and it's interesting. So,
Would you see
totally
it?
type of thing I would watch.
Would you see anything else by this director? That's not the platform too,
I mean, sure, why not?
because he has a movie
Okay.
that came out in 2024
Okay.
called La Fiebre de los Ricos, meaning the rich flu.
The rich flu?
Yes.
I was going to say rich fever.
Well, that's how it's translated in
Yeah, yeah,
English.
yeah. But I
Starring
kind of
Mary
got
Elizabeth
that.
Winstead.
I mean, I like her.
And it is about this flu that only the rich people get.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, so it looks like he's kind of still
Kind of has
doing the
a
same
theme.
thing, talking about the same issues.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd be down. I
Uh,
like, interesting ideas. This one looks kind of, it's like a picture of a city with like helicopters and stuff.
is that one of those?
The richer you are, the faster you die. And this one might be a little cheesy.
Yeah, or it could just be the poster. You know how they like to like make it seem like there's more action than it actually is.
Yeah. Timothy Spall. Um, yeah, I can't tell what. I can't tell if this is like low budget trying to look high budget or what is it? It kind of like a couple of photos of her talking on the phone or whatever kind of look familiar.
Rich.
Okay. That was Rafe Spall, Timothy Spall's son or something. That must be right. How many people have that name? Yep. Do you know who Timothy Spall is?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the Harry Potter guy. What's his name?
The guy that turns into the rat.
Yeah, that guy.
I can't think of his name right now. He was also the beetle.
The Beetle. Anyway, that wraps up our discussion of El Hoyo, otherwise known as La Plataforma.
The platform.
Yeah. Cool. To wrap this up, Mia, what are you looking forward to?
Oh, I totally forgot about this. I am looking forward to. I mean, I'm looking forward to finishing this third book to see how I feel about it, and if I'm not feeling it at the end, maybe I'll move on to the Throne of Glass series.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say I've been listening to the audiobook for the third one because I had access to that quicker than the actual book.
Mm-hmm.
I use Libby. And yeah, it takes me a while to get into either version, reading or listening. I already told you this before. I was like, there's this thing where like I have a really hard time focusing when I'm reading, but once I like actually get into it and I form the habit and I like get the rhythm of it and I'm like reading it without having to like make myself like, be like, Mia, stop, pay attention to what you're reading, starts to flow and I'm starting to like read without even thinking about it and picture things and stuff. Once I get in that flow, I just like keep reading.
Yeah.
So I'll read for like hours a day once I like get into that. It takes me a long time. I usually do that with series. That's why I like to read series of books because I'll get like really into like the first one or second one, and then all of a sudden I'll just like read the thing, and it's nice because it's like I should read more. Um, so yeah, I read the first like I don't know 40%, 30% pretty quickly, and then just had some stuff going on, and then I got out of that routine last week. I got back into it and then finished it in like a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm doing it with the audiobook, and it's like the same kind of thing where it takes me quite a while to get into the rhythm of just like listening to it and paying attention. I mean, to like rewind a whole chapter because I'm like, oh, I stopped paying attention. I started thinking about something else, or I started like, like I looked at something on my phone or something and it distracted me. There's times when I just sit there and I'm like, no, just sit here and listen to it. Like I'll be doing that like when I'm like bed before going to sleep. I'm like, don't look at your phone, don't look at anything else because if you start reading something, obviously you're not going to be listening, right?
Yeah.
And so I've gotten better about that, and that's why I've been like doing things around the house more. I've been listening to it, like cleaning out stuff or whatever, and that helps me because my body is moving and I'm doing something, but I'm not like reading anything or I'm not distracting my brain from the story.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm getting better with the audiobook. But it's just funny how, it takes me a while for both.
Yeah. When I used to read audiobooks, I would never do it while while I was in my bed because I always fell asleep.
Yeah, and I will at certain points, but I just knew to get into it, I had to force myself to not do anything, and laying down before going to bed was like the best time to do it. Because it's like I wasn't super tired yet, and it's like I know at a certain point I'm tired and probably fall asleep while listening to this, but I at least want to get in that headspace of just listening and
Mm-hmm.
not doing anything else so that I can train my brain to be paying attention to this thing. I mean, I listen to podcasts and stuff, and I listen to YouTube videos constantly while I'm doing stuff, but those are different. Those are engaging in a different way than like a story where you're having to like pay attention to details and picture the way things look from their descriptions and. But I do feel more proud of myself when I actually do the reading versus the listening.
Yeah.
I'm that person that, it takes more to read. I think it's good to do either. I think it's good for your brain. I think it's good to consume stories one way or another. But I do think taking the time to just do nothing else but sit there and read a book, it's a commitment,
Mm-hmm.
you know? You're devoting time to it. So I think that's more of a challenge and more impressive to me than listening to a bunch of audiobooks. I think they're both good. I'm not going to hate on people for it. But I just, I know myself and I know that it's more challenging for me to just sit down and sit still and read something for a couple hours than it is to like listen to stuff while I'm doing. So I just
Yeah.
give myself more credit when I actually read the thing myself. Anyway, so what are you looking forward to?
I just feel like I had something and I forgot it.
Sorry, my long-winded answer.
Um, Dang, what was it? You know what? I'm just gonna say I'm looking forward to more Death Stranding too.
With the angel baby.
The Angel Babies. I just I just got to the point of the game where you meet Elle Fanning, and she's a real badass, dude.
Yeah, interesting.
But yeah, just delivering packages, traversing the terrain, running around, not killing people. Because you don't kill anybody in this world. In fact, if you do kill someone, um, they they turn into this big explosion that wipes out everything.
Is that the first one like that too?
Yeah,
Hmm.
but you don't
No
actually
wonder.
you can't kill
Oh
anybody. Like
God.
the game doesn't let.
Yeah. Is that why Colin Moriarty likes it so much?
What? Because he can't kill anybody.
I feel like he's talked before about like avoiding killing in games
Mm-hmm.
sometimes if he can.
Yeah. I mean, what's the difference, really?
I'm kind of interested to like watch some of the cutscenes from both of the games.
Like, yeah, what's the difference? Taking them out in a game, you're taking them out. Does it really matter when you're using lethal bullets versus non-lethal bullets, but the game really doesn't do anything different when you take them out?
Oh, so are you still taking people out in this?
Yeah, you're still
Oh, okay.
basically they're just all the bullets are non-lethal. There's still a lot of
So it's
combat.
so it's Batman. Like in the
Yes.
Arkham games, you just kind of like choke people out or like knock them out. Okay. Interesting. Or Spider-Man, he kind of does the same, right?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got.
Okay.
We've already gone for a very long
Cool
time.
beans. Mm.
All right, buddy. Have a good evening, and I hope you enjoy your dinner if you haven't eaten dinner.
Good
Some
morning, good evening, good afternoon, and no, what is it? Good morning, and if in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening.
Okay, you cut out on that last part, but okay, that's it.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.